Welcome to today's Research Business Daily Report, where we've got what we believe to be an important commentary on the real impact of technology on the research industry. RBDR is sponsored today and this week by Socratic Technologies, whose proprietary tools and methodologies tackle marketing complexities so that you can make more confident business decisions. I happen to be an avid reader of Nobel Prize-winning economist Paul Krugman, who writes a column twice a week in the New York Times. And his most recent column, this past Monday, asked if the plethora of new technologies in the past 2 decades, quote, have yielded great headlines but modest economic results, end of quote. Of the post-1995 period, Krugman wrote, quote, a funny thing happened on the way to the techno-revolution. We did not, it turned out, get a sustained return to rapid economic progress. And he continued, even if you adjust for the effects of financial crisis, growth and trends in income have reverted to the sluggishness that characterized the 1970s and 1980s, end of quote. Now, as my eyes consumed Krugman's column, my thoughts turned to technology's economic impact on the research industry. There is universal agreement that technology's impact has been prodigious on many different levels. To name a few, there's the countless number of new research entities, as well as a vast number of new client companies that are using research. An expansion on those two fronts led to what only can be described as explosive research revenue industry growth. However, that is for an industry that could best be described as stagnant, stuffy, and resistant to change up until the technological revolution began. So, my follow-up concern for you today is how much more could technological research breakthroughs have propelled our industry, and how much faster and stronger could we push it from here? And I assert that it could have been and can be multiples higher than it is now, because the outpouring of new capabilities that have come into our industry have not been put to anything approximating optimal and effective use. It's my research technology belief that utilization has actually delivered the least overall technological value. And we can't fault the technology, but if we do want to assign fault, it's with the purveyors and its users. They simply have not corralled an understanding of when to opt for their latest and greatest research options. So they have not been able to convey and to apply that critical understanding to potential users. We know that to be the case because for the past 2 years, we at RFL Communications have been planning for and actually are now creating a so-called Market Research Toolbox report. It is designed to spell out what no one in research knows, and I underscore that, no one, the most appropriate times and the most appropriate situations to choose the use of each of over 50 potential qualitative or quantitative tools and techniques that are available to research agencies for research client work. And this is true of both traditional research as well as the newfangled stuff. The varied modes of mobile research, online communities, crowdsourcing, neuroscience, these and so many more are what I'm speaking about. I think you should take a second and imagine the real impact on the success of research and its mushrooming use beyond the fence that currently encloses market researchers' current clients if the absolutely most appropriate tool and/or technique were applied to projects instead of relying on established lists of cookie-cutter approaches. Now, if you've smiled at the growth in our now $35 billion global industry and growing, it's impossible to project what even more clients attracted to affordable research work that delivered precise results even more frequently would end up generating. Those of you who have not yet investigated our initiative can click on the Toolbox on the rflonline.com homepage. You'll find out much more about our soon-to-be-published booklet, and you can submit your expert tool and technique insights for yourself. It's easy, and your expertise means it won't take more than a few minutes of your time to spell it all out to us. Attached to today's video is a list of research tools and techniques that still require some expertise on our end. We'd love to work with anyone who's willing to pitch in, and you will be individually credited for what you provide, and you will be benefiting researchers everywhere. You can even email rflbob@gmail.com if you have questions or comments. Help us to help the research industry make the most of its present and often unseen future possibilities. No executive or research company with a comprehensive understanding of any particular research area should shirk from their responsibility to share what they know. There are research organizations who will watch RBDR today and either figuratively or even literally shrug their shoulders and walk away feeling they're too busy or they've got nothing to share. But big research agency or small boutique operation, think again. Every day you deal with a client and you stress to them and to prospects that you offer something better. So as I mentioned earlier, no one out there knows it all, making input from every single executive with even a speck of additional insight, not just an opportunity, but I would say an obligation. Collaborating with us in the Research Toolbox Report will help grow your business, no matter the role that your business plays in our industry. That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by Socratic Technologies, whose proprietary tools and methodologies tackle marketing complexities so that you can make more confident business decisions. Please check out sotech.com to find out more about an outstanding research organization. We hope you have a great research day, and we'll see you here tomorrow.